Hello trucking family, this is Kevin with the Trucker Side. Our team is always on the Trucker Side. We're here to support you and our community and help out with any trucking information you guys might need. If you like our content, hit the subscribe button, give us a like, give us comments, send us emails. You'll have all the information available below. We're here for you. We're always on the Trucker Side. We're gonna make this video today about common mistakes that people make during training. Things you want to avoid to make sure that your training goes smooth and you're ready for action as soon as possible. So make sure you follow all the way to the end so you can sink in all the information that we're going to put in here point by point. First one that we see a lot is people not taking the pre-trip seriously. I know it's more entertaining to drive. I know everybody wants to be behind the wheel, be on the road, get moving. But it is a very important part, the pre-trip, because that's when you check the condition of your equipment, and you always want to make sure that the equipment is in good condition and you don't have any problems. The last thing you want to do is be stuck on the side of the road with a broken truck on the shoulder. That is dangerous. People don't follow Scott's law, so they don't move, and it's just a bad spot to be in. Turns out to be expensive and time consuming. So make sure that you focus on doing your pre-trip right and learning the pre-trip items, because that can be a lifesaver and a game changer. So you want to make sure you focus on that, learn it by heart, look at what you're doing, be very careful while you're doing the pre-trip, while you're learning it, because the base of your knowledge is what you're going to be using throughout your career. So make sure you take the pre-trip very, very seriously. Another common mistake we see during training is people comparing themselves to other students. People are not the same, so everybody's going to respond a certain way. Don't look at others and get frustrated because they're doing better or they learn faster, or don't bully them because they learn slower. Take everything at your own pace. Compare everything to yourself yesterday and be better than that. Beat your former self, and that's where progress will actually happen. Make sure you do it at your own pace. That's very, very important. Another problem that we see is people not speaking up about equipment issues. Sometimes you might feel something that's not necessarily an issue, but if you're not 100% confident about it, still ask. Ask the instructor, because as a new driver, you don't really know how the equipment is supposed to respond. So if you feel like anything is off whatsoever, bring it up. The worst that can happen is they'll explain to you why it's actually not a problem, and you learn how to deal with it in the future. Some of the equipment in driving schools is not always the newest model, so it might not be as responsive as you expect. And you want to make sure that you look into that rather than taking the risk to take it down the road and have it break down on you. Also, make sure that you don't skip practice outside of class. Practice the tests, practice the questions, learn the manuals, practice the pre-trip, get in the mindset to be there 100% of the time. Truck drivers are on the road most of their time, so while you're in training, make sure you get in that mindset of being aware and being focused on trucking, whether you're in class, whether you're driving, or whether you're home in bed. Stay focused on it, and that'll guarantee your success. Also, make sure you mind your health and your fatigue. So if you party the night before going to class, you're not going to be in great shape when you go, whether it's driving, whether it's practicing the pre-trip, practicing maneuvers. So make sure you get your rest, make sure you get your food right, and show up the best version of yourself while you're training, because this is the base, this is the foundation of your whole career. So do not play with it in or outside of class. Another thing we see is people being too proud to ask for help, just because other people might know better, just because they don't want to sound dumb asking a question. People will hesitate to ask for help, and that ends up with lacks of knowledge, with gaps in your education, and that's not something you want to do. You want to make sure that if you have any question whatsoever on your mind, you address it, you get your answer, you get it situated, and you go from there. There's always going to be an instructor there to help you. That's their purpose over there. They're not there to mock you. They're not there to question you. You are there to question them. And then as a final point, this is not as much about training as it is about testing. When you show up for testing, make sure you're not nervous, you're not emotional. You finished your training, you are ready to go. Make sure you wrap all that knowledge up and show them what you got. Get that CDL and go to work. That's what you've been training for. Good job, you're there. You're just one step away. And if you don't show up nervous, you got that step, you're gonna kill it, you're gonna do a good job. Thank you for watching this video. If there's any other content you wanna see, we're always here. We're always on the trucker side. Hit the subscribe button, hit a follow, give us a like. Come to us with any questions, we'll be more than happy to help. Or join our community, send us your videos, share your knowledge so that other drivers and future drivers can see what you've been working for. Thank you and have a good day.